And it begins. Hello again there, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome to our first playthrough of the campaign for Broken Arrow. This campaign is broken down into a couple of American missions, and then they branch out into playable missions for both the United States and the Russians. And it's called War in the Baltic, which leads me to believe perhaps in the future we'll see more campaigns, and possibly they'll feature more nations and maybe different parts of the world too. So welcome aboard. Good to see you all here. Again, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for a wonderful full playthrough here. This game so far has done a great job of presenting a wonderful cutscene and like good mission briefings before going into the mission, and then even more good videos there. It really is along the lines of World in Conflict, and that is probably honestly my favorite game of all time. Like seriously, an RTS game sticking with me many years later, and that's why I was excited for this one. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Now keep in mind that this campaign here is a little bit advanced. We've already completed some of the missions, but they are all replayable. So you may have seen us beat some of these on the actual live streams that we've been doing, featuring both multiplayer and a little bit more of the single player campaign. So it truly starts here at mission number 1, known as Showtime. So the largest ever military exercise in the Baltic states is about to begin, and this acts as somewhat of a tutorial, but then also a story-based mission where things don't go necessarily according to plan. But keep in mind, every one of these missions have main missions, like main objectives, secondary objectives, and then some hidden objectives that we don't really know about until after we complete the mission. Some of which are like complete the mission within 30 minutes, do so without taking any losses. They're almost next to impossible unless you're a mega ultra pro and have never played any other game other than this one, or play on the easiest difficulty. So anyway, without further ado, let's start the first mission and our first episode of Broken Arrow's campaign, Showtime. Let's go.
American military presence in the Baltics has been reinforced in response to the Russian military exercises held on both sides of the Sawatki Gap in Kaliningrad and Belarus. With more than 40,000 military personnel involved, ships, tanks, planes, and helicopters, it's the biggest military exercise ever held in the region. Camp Hercus, the new permanent U.S. base in the region, is at the epicenter of tensions, as U.S. and Russian military exercises are held simultaneously less than 20 miles away from each other.
The need for the permanent deployment of U.S. forces in Lithuania is more apparent than ever, and we are looking forward to continuing to take advantage of opportunities to enhance the interoperability of our forces, providing a credible deterrent against any potential aggression, and to operate more effectively should deterrents fail.
General Bennett, you are in charge of U.S. military operations in the region. Why are U.S. forces in such close proximity to the Russian exercise? Don't you fear this aggressive posture could lead to an escalation?
Last time I checked, Lithuania was a sovereign country. If it is their wish to host permanent U.S. forces on their soil, I don't see why Moscow should have a say in that. Now, if you excuse me, I have a military exercise to prepare.
Thank you, General Bennett.
Good morning, Commander. So, have you seen me on the news? Everyone's talking about this exercise. It's not every day you see such a display of power. Reminds me of Desert Storm in '91. Ah, the good old days. Anyway, Major Williams, how are the preparations coming along?
The men are ready, General. We can begin the exercise.
All right then, showtime.
Oh, one last thing, General. A special diplomatic envoy sent by Washington has demanded to meet you. Counselor Miller?
Of course it's Miller. No military demonstration in the world is complete without this vulture showing up. His stupid face is the last thing I want to see today. So let's go. We're on a schedule.
All right. So our objective then is to make sure the exercise happened flawlessly, and there's some additional intelligence reports here that act as tutorials for new weapon systems or mechanics in the game. So right now it's pretty basic, but I love all of the voice acting and kind of just the opening scene like that. Let's begin. Showtime.
keeps calling and won't give me a break if I don't throw him a bone. Go pick him up at his hotel and take him for a tour, Commander. Show him around the base, do whatever you want, as long as you keep him out of my hair. And take Williams with you. No offense, but she's more talkative than you.
All right, then.
Well, Commander, I guess we're the bone then. Miller's hotel is on the way to the training area. Let's hope he's in a better mood than the General.
Okay, some basic controls there. And then we're going to go pick up the special guest, the VIP, from his hotel with our little Humvee here. And follow these supply trucks, too.
All three Baltic states regrouped here. Lithuanian artillery, mechanized infantry from Latvia, as well as reservists and armored vehicles from Estonia. They have different equipment, different tactics, speak different languages. Creating an interoperable force in this region is a real headache.
Oh, scimitars over there as well, and some, well, maybe there's Latvian units here and Estonian as well. Everybody's here.
It's a pleasure to have you with us. The Commander and I will show you around on our way to the General. Please hop in.
Well, it's about time. Let's go. Take me to the training ground first. I need to make sure that our equipment is showcased in the best possible conditions.
The exercise is about to start, so you will be able to see for yourself. But I didn't know there was a show.
This whole exercise is for show, Major. A show of force for our potential enemies, but also an arms fair for our partners.
I see. And which partners are we trying to impress today, Counselor?
That's confidential. Just drive, Major.
Interesting. So this actually serves as a tutorial for the player, and it'll show you how to fire off artillery, how to work air defense, how to work on maintenance and repair, how to operate tanks and have them go shooting, how to work helicopters, probably including supply helicopters, ATGMs, infiltration course, and then also a CQC training center. So something like, for example, getting snipers around enemy lines and then getting into those buildings there. So that is completely optional if you don't want to do that. In this case, we're just going to go right to the hangar, as we've done a lot of these things before, but it really just kind of serves as a way to learn without having to actually worry about not knowing what to do. But a gorgeous map and a beautiful airfield, which perhaps maybe in the future will be under attack. I don't know. We'll roll back though to the hangar and see if we can move on to our next objective. What's interesting too is that these PZH 2000s here are actually going to show up again in a later mission, and so some of these pieces of equipment and whatnot might actually be used when or if things go hot. I'm sure it won't though. Not in an RTS game about war. No, it's probably going to be all about peace and diplomacy and apologizing for misunderstanding, you know, things that happen in real life. Look at how nice that hangar looks. That is a beautiful building. Okay, he's almost here, and we will actually be forced to do some things with, I think, F-15s, F-16s, I think.
We're at the hangar, sir. The General's waiting for you. Are you sure you don't want to check out the rest of the equipment first?
That's all well and good, but I'm not here for these trifles. I've got a major fighter jet contract to attend to.
Okay.
So here's the real showstopper. I want you to demonstrate its air-to-ground and air-to-air capabilities for our guests.
Take a seat, Miller. I'm in charge here.
Ah, General. I was wondering when you'd come out of hiding. So, what's on the menu, Chef?
We'll start with a classic. Close air support with good old A-10s.
Yeah, like in '91, the good old days. You never change your record, do you?
Shut up, Miller! Commander, you will be leading this demonstration. Call in an A-10 and order it to destroy the marked targets.
Now, this is kind of cool. In the opening cutscene, you saw how they retrofitted some armor, some wooden armor, over the top of what looks to be maybe like a, I don't know, some sort of a, maybe an M113 or something like that. It's hard to entirely tell. Actually, that would be tracked, but yeah, it's kind of cool that they put in actual like modeled vehicles that were supposed to be decoys or training rather than just like a like an actual BTR. Like a little extra effort there was pretty cool. Let's go ahead and deploy that A-10 as he asked for. The A-10C Thunderbolt II. Let's It's got Maverick missiles and the GAU-8 Avenger. Let's go. Ooh, we can call out 2. Oh, we're not getting additional points, though, so we can only call out 1. So that was the F-15EX Eagle 2 there that was on the runway.
In coordination with recon to target enemy ground units. The recon detects and identifies the target while the plane maneuvers to attack it. Turning to new heading.
All right, airstrikes. This will just kind of teach us how things work, but for now, we're just going to go ahead and right-click and have the A-10 do its thing. Nice, good. 2 targets down. Excellent. The Maverick doing what it's supposed to. And now we're going to circle back with the GAU-18 and do some magic there too. Now we've also failed the secondary objective to inspect all training ground sites, but that seems to be just a really, it should be an optional thing. Not even like an additional thing, but like an optional thing. Alright, circling back one more time with the A-10. We can actually speed up time here too, or slow down time if we need to. So if we want to see something look really cool, like for example, the BTR training unit down here get hit, check this out. Oh, it's actually a Humvee. Surprise, surprise. Oh, that's totally broken. It's dead.
Whoa, the sound of that gun always gives me chills. It reminds me of, well, whatever.
Desert Storm.
Send the plane back to base before it runs out of fuel.
The ultimate ground pounder.
All right, so the aircraft will RTB then. All right, time to do that again, but on new vehicles. Scout snipers there giving us the line of sight that he was mentioning too for the recon. That will let us know what's down there and how to best deal with it. Plane is going RTB. Goodbye.
I'll call in a Harrier to make a bombing run.
Good old bombing run.
Great. Another old crate.
All right, we got the AV-88 or 8B night attack. Go ahead and do that right there. Nice tight little group of bombs should be good.
Attack run complete.
Send the plane back to base before it runs out of fuel.
Back to home plate.
All right. So this is teaching us how to do direct targeting, how to do like kind of a laying of like a carpet bombing run. Really reminded me of World in Conflict too, of how you would call in like A-10s and artillery and things like that.
All right, Commander.
Game's
Send in
good.
the F-15EX now.
Finally.
All right, time for the EX to do its thing. Probably with the JDAM. It's going to be a stationary target. That should be easy to hit.
This plane is equipped with a laser designation pod and smart bombs. You mark the target with the pod and the bombs will correct their trajectory to hit with pinpoint accuracy.
All right, let's do a precision strike then.
Roger that. Strike area confirmed.
There it goes.
You see, making gun runs and guiding missiles is outdated. Now, you drop a bomb from as far as you can and you let it do the job for you.
True.
Well, let's try again with a moving target this time. And you'll see that a human is still needed to predict the target's trajectory.
Okay, so now we're going to do precision strike again. But now the target is moving. It also seems to be a... Is that a Chieftain? It's supposed to look like a T-72 or whatever. Oop. Precision strike on you, please.
Air support mission inbound.
Oh, wait, we need to... Hold on. Wait. Needs to laze that target. There we go. I clicked on the ground before.
Rolling on the target area. Coming around now. Airstrike is go for effect.
Hopefully that will correct itself. There we go. It does.
When you
There we
take
go.
one of these bombs on the face like that, the coffin they send back home doesn't weigh much. Believe me. Send in a second F-15, Commander. This time to demonstrate its air-to-air capabilities against drones.
All right.
We have potential buyers for dozens of these planes, so make sure these drones are shot down nice and clean, Commander.
Eagle mission ready.
Remind me, Miller, Are we here to defend these people or to sell them weapons?
Selling them weapons means they can defend themselves. Teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. I just make sure they buy from the right bait and tackle shop.
Going high.
Drone destroyed.
RQ-7 shadows are being destroyed here.
Target destroyed.
Line of coordinates.
3 out of 3.
There's
3 out of
one
3.
more drone, Commander. Finish it. Great job, Commander.
Wait a minute.
If we don't land a contract for a few jets after that, I'll be damned.
3 out of 3? What was that other
General,
drone?
We've got a problem. I've asked confirmation from the airbase, and they sent 3 drones as planned, not 4.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit. Don't tell me we scratched some civvies who can't read a map.
That wasn't an American drone.
No, sir. The radar signature was definitely that of a UAV.
Well, in any case, that means trouble.
The Russians were spying, and we just shot down their drone. They're not going to be very happy about that. Showtime indeed. All right, mission complete. Awesome. So for this series, we're probably going to do all the main objectives and secondary objectives that we can. In this case, it was just bypassing what we already know about the game from our previous experiences in the beta. And as for the medals, I think we'll come on back and do this, more of a 100% in another run sometime in the future. So some of these are, to inspect all the training grounds. There's also a hidden unit out there too, which you can find, and then you can do so in less than 30 minutes, which even though we bypassed all that, that even took longer than 30 minutes. So amazing how some of these challenges are. So now that we click continue, we'll be tasked with going to another location in order to possibly, well, we'll see in just a little bit. Here in southern Lithuania, things are getting a little heated now. Tension escalates rapidly between NATO and Russia. All right, we'll see you in the next episode. Thanks again for subbing, hitting that like button, and I'll see you soon for more Broken Arrow main campaign. Let's go. By the way, what missions do you want to see next? Do you want to see tanks, helicopters, aircraft, or more? Let me know down below. And if you'd like to get some keys for this game too, if additional keys happen to come our way, I want to give them to you as well for the Vanguard Edition or the Standard Edition as well. So let me know. I'm in, and glory to Raptoria down below in the comments section. Blow it up, and we'll get some of those to you. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.